6. Gia. Language landmines. Language landmines, Kylie Gia.
Learning English has always been like walking on landmines. Let me give you an example. Imagine yourself learning English only from a textbook. How do you ever know that a pocketbook is not a book that you can squeeze in your pocket and you cannot read it? What is a smart cookie? Where are the dumb ones? If you teach, you are a teacher. If you paint, you are a painter. And if you hook up with someone, are you not a hooker? Years ago, I flew to Seattle from China for the first time. It was my first ever trip to the US. I was so excited. I was at the US Customs. The customs officer asked me, "What's your occupation?" Back in China, I worked in a pharmaceutical company and I was in sales. But I hate the word sales. So I fished my brain for a better substitute. Let's see. I've heard the terms art dealers and car dealers. I'm a drug dealer. I wish the customs officer reacted like you do. But he quickly ushered me from his booth to a private room. There, I saw a big, bold, burly officer sitting across the desk from me. And my heart started racing. I've heard the horror stories of the US Customs turning people away because these people are found lying, they don't have a decent job to support their trip financially, or they're doing something illegal. But which category could I possibly fall into as an honest drug dealer? There, the first officer left the room and closed the door with him with a big bang. And my heart started like sinking. Please let me in. My sister is out waiting to pick me up. We haven't seen each other for 3 years, and this has been the longest separation between us. I have been preparing for this trip for the past 6 months. The big, bold, burly officer flipped through my document, and he finally looked up, and he said, "Miss, what do you do for a living?" "I'm a drug dealer." Wait, I forgot about the eye contact you see in China. Eye contact means that you want to challenge the authority. But here in the US, I was told that eye contact means that you want to be sincere and honest. You got to remember that. The officer continued. "How does a nice young lady like you go sell drugs?" And I said, "It's my dream job." This time, I maintained the perfect eye contact. You know, my friend also told me that in situations like this, you have to keep your answer short. Talking too much in a foreign language can only cause trouble and inviting for whatever. The officer continued. "Why does a young lady like you want to sell drugs?" And I said, Why not? Short answer. But wait, is he a sexist? Does he think that men should monopolize this profession? Maybe I should educate this guy a little bit. The heck with the short answers. So I said, you know, officer, being a woman drug dealer gives me a lot of advantage. And the officer said, what kind of advantage? So I said, you know, this is a high commission-based business. It's all about building solid customer base, providing great customer service, and getting repeat buys. And the officer said, Miss, do you know what you're talking about? Oh my Buddha! This is insulting. So I said, yeah. Do you want me to show you some free samples? And he said, free samples? Do you carry free samples? And I said, yeah, in my checked luggage. Now, I found myself escorted by not one, not two, but 3 officers to go get my luggage. And sure enough, I showed them the Bayer aspirin. And they were laughing so hard at me. And that is my first cultural shock. For some reason, I realized that this country, unlike back home, they absolutely don't respect drug dealers. The first officer tapped the big, burly officer and said that, your drug dealer cracks me up. Just like that, I was let go. It wasn't until after I talked to my sister outside the airport did I put 2 and 2 together and got 5. People tell me, what you don't know won't hurt you. Really? Try walking on the landmines. And these days, if I do happen to step onto one of those landmines, I tell you people, don't ever judge me by how I look. And certainly not by what I tell you. By what I show you. The free samples.